Hey, peeps, what's up? Yes, another video. I'm pumping them out. Truth. We want the truth and nothing but the truth, right? That's always been my motivation in this case, period. Considering how bizarre it always was. I just want the truth. I want the truth, and I feel like we're not getting it from all sides. Want the truth. So, pursuant to that, peeps, right? You want the truth too. Some of you do, at least, I know. Maybe one or two more of you. But pursuant to that, this is a plea. Speaking of plea agreements, this is a plea or a pleading to the Kohberger family. The Kohbergers. Marianne, Michael, Melissa. And then there's one other sister that I can't remember your name. I'm sorry, but I don't remember your name. But what I do know is, and I always suspected this, that you all have been in contact, at least Melissa has, behind the scenes, with individuals that were responsible for harassing me and stalking me at once upon a time. And that's not cool. That is not cool, and that pisses me off, quite frankly. I've never stalked you all. I've never harassed you all. I've had nothing but empathy for you up to this point. So for you to be affiliated with scumbags who are harassing me and stalking me, as they are harassing and stalking the women right now that came forward after your brother was arrested for a quadruple homicide? And these people are harassing and stalking and making fun of these women who had complaints about your son and your brother? That's despicable, Kohbergers. It's despicable. You shouldn't be talking to these people at all, and you should distance yourself from them immediately. It is despicable. Unacceptable. Instead of doing that, how about you just prove your son or brother's innocence? How about that? I advocated for him and his rights, i.e. his right to be considered innocent until proven guilty, and gave him the benefit of the doubt every step of the way until the very end. Until I realized that I was being gaslit. So here's what you can do, Marianne and or Michael and or Melissa. Here's what you can do. You can email me and you can show me screen prints of your Amazon account where your son, Brian Kohberger, did or did not purchase that K-bar knife and sheath and sharpener. You can go into the dates that the state has claimed that he purchased it. And let's look at that. I think it's here. Nope, that's not it. Let's try this one. So your friends, Melissa, are denying this. Your friends are denying it. Now, I know Jules said she doesn't talk about the specifics of the case with you. I don't care. If she's in contact with you, then you are connected to her. And you're connected to whatever she does. So if she's harassing women who come forward about men who are harassing them, in defense of the men who are harassing them, then you're connected to that. You're connected to it. So cough it up. Now it's time for you to cough it up. Prove to me his innocence. And this is one way you can do it. Because per the prosecution, they have the records. Do you think that they are lying? Are you saying that the prosecution is lying here? Tell me. Tell the world. Are they lying here? This is in a public document. If they're lying about this, they're all in big trouble. Big trouble. They should be. Bill Thompson should be disbarred if this is a lie. These individuals from law enforcement that attested to this should never be allowed to be in law enforcement. It's just their jail time, actually, all of them. This is how serious this is, to me at least, because this is a massive lie if it's a lie. I don't believe it's a lie. But if it is a lie, it's up to you to prove otherwise. On March 20th, 2022, at 20:04:43, that's very specific, Kohbergers, the customer purchased. This isn't click activity. This is purchased specifically an electronic Amazon gift card for $130 using the Brian C. Kohberger account. The billing information for this purchase was Brian Kohberger, 119 Lambsden Drive, Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, 18210-704. The billing phone number listed for the purchase was such and such. The credit card used was a Visa ending in issue to Brian C. Kohberger. On March 21st, 2022, at a specific time, the customer purchased, it's not just click activity I'm looking at, purchased a K-Bar 9926 sharpener for $23.40 using the Amazon electronic gift card through the Brian C. Kohberger account. On the same day and time, the customer purchased a K-Bar full-sized U.S. Marine Corps fighting knife straight for $86.15 using the Amazon electronic gift card through the same Amazon.com account. Now, for those who don't know, the sheath comes with the knife, all right? So that's why there's not a sheath listed as being purchased as well. It comes with the knife. You can purchase a sheath separately if you were to lose your sheath, but when you buy the knife, the sheath comes with it. And that makes sense, right? So the billing information for these purchases was Brian C. Kohberger. So in no uncertain terms, it's saying that your son did purchase this material off of Amazon prior to traveling to Washington State. He made these purchases on March 21st. This is unequivocal. And you have Jules, your friend, and all your friends there at that certain subreddit advocating for you and Brian Kohberger and claiming that, oh, that's a bunch of bull. Look he didn't purchase the knife and the sharpener. And you're letting them do it. You're letting them do it to lie on your behalf. Your son, when he had the interview with the New York Times, Michael Baker with the New York Times, didn't want to divulge any information about the case. I'm sorry, but that's bull. If he's innocent as he claims to be, then pony up here and prove to me that he didn't make these purchases. Because I'm sorry, this is more than a coincidence, Kohbergers. If you can't accept it about your son, that's for you to work on. You know, I have a son, and my son lies, as does everyone in his generation. I think it has something to do, my theory has something to do with growing up in virtual world. Because virtual world, well, what is it? It's a fake world. It's a fake world, and people fake in virtual world. And so these kids, immersed in virtual world as they are, they learn to be liars. It's perfectly acceptable to lie. And your son's no different. I think he's a liar too. I think many of the generation below 40 years old are effing liars, more so than I've ever seen in my life, more so than my generation. Now, of course, there's liars all the time, but it's an epidemic of lying now. So, did you ever consider that your son's lying to you? Because if this was my son, as torn up and tragic as it would be for me, I would consider he's lying. I would. I would consider he's lying. Why? Well, because my son has a history of lying. At least I'm being honest with myself about my son. And I'm not thinking it's just my son. I mean, as much as we implored him to be an honest person of integrity, it's been a tall road. And what are we up against? Well, we're up against this epidemic of lying. We're up against all the peers who, influenced him to be a liar because they're all liars too. And I'm going to tell you, your son's no different. So you can lay this to rest and prove this isn't a lie just by giving me screen prints and showing me from this account that they're talking about, show me where March 21st, it does not show that he made these purchases. Because I have an Amazon account, and once you make a purchase, it's in orders for all time. All time. That's on record for all time on your screen. You can't just delete that out. It's on record for all time on your screen. So it's still there. It's still there. I want to see it. Show me the screen prints. Do you know the truth here? Do you know whether he purchased it or not and you're just staying silent about it? That doesn't enter your mind at all, in the back of your mind? That doesn't enter your mind at all? So yeah, cough it up. I told the world, I'm open-minded about this. If you can convince me of his innocence, I'm open-minded about it. But I'm no longer giving the benefit of the doubt. When your son pled guilty and he said unequivocally, yeah, I'm the one that did it, and here's the reasons why, and it's what the prosecution says, I don't care about excuses right now. He pled guilty. So now he has a mountain to climb to prove his innocence to me. And he's got to prove it. And this is the first step in proving it. Cough it up. If he didn't purchase this, cough it up and show me the proof that he didn't. And if he did purchase it, cough it up and tell me where it is now. Tell me where, produce the sheath, produce the knife, produce the sharpener, because I've yet to see where the sharpener was procured. Produce all of them. And if you can't produce any of that, then you're lying to yourselves. Love should never be unconditional, ever. There are always conditions upon love. Always there should be conditions upon love. You can claim that you once loved a person you thought was a certain person. But when you find out that that person is not entirely the person you thought it was, you can't, if you claim love after that, that's sickening. I'm sorry, but that's sickening. So I'm going to give you my email address and I want you to email me the screen pics. Cough it up and email the screen pics where he didn't make these purchases. And if he did make these purchases, be honest to yourselves and to the world. And start proving your son's innocence. And if you can't prove his innocence, then why do you believe in his innocence if you can't prove it? There's plenty to prove his guilt right now. And you can overcome that if it's lies, as Jules and all the rest of the cult of Kohberger is claiming. You can overcome all that. Here's the email address. Email me the screen pics and prove to me that he didn't make these purchases. And or if he did make the purchases, and that's what it proves, show me the screen pics, and then cough up the knife, the sheath, and the sharpener. Here you go. So for the email, you just go to here, like and subscribe, and go to more. And you can view my email address. It is pav@hotmail.com. Once again, pav@hotmail.com. I'll be waiting. I won't be holding my breath, but I'll be waiting. Cough it up, Kohbergers. Cough it up now. To the rest of you, thanks for tuning in. Take care, everybody. Bye.